What's up, guys? Moses here, and ESP just announced their new face for their ESP E2 and some of the USA guitars for 2021. LTD looked really good for phase 2, especially with the stainless steel frets. So let's see how the E2 lineup of guitars compares. From what I've seen so far on Facebook or whatnot, it looked decent, but we're going to take a further, deeper look on what there is for this year. So let's go on their website. Okay, so for new for 2021, we got these new ESP Eclipse USA finishes. I doubt these will ever be production models, but this is Jawbreaker Eclipse that looks pretty cool. It definitely looks like that candy ball. It looks just like it's splattered onto a white finish, but it gives that feel and look of a Jawbreaker candy. And of course, 24.5 inch scale length. What are the pickups? EMGs and Seymour Duncans. So the Jawbreaker one looks like it has EMGs, of course, but they may look like the 57 and 66 set. Let me see. This one, of course, has stainless steel frets. Well, for that price point and where it's made in the U.S., it better have stainless steel frets. But let me see. This is their Eclipse semi-hollow body. I'll say this: EMG does some pretty crazy finishes, like their Tiger Eyes and their Quilted Maple tops. Like they're crazy, like three-dimensional. This one looks pretty cool too. Semi-hollow body guitars are not my thing, but this one actually looks pretty cool. I like it. Pretty nice. This one looks like it has this passive Seymour Duncan pickups, and they both have Spurzo locking tuners. I wouldn't get these because they're really, really expensive, and 22 fret guitars are not really my thing. There's some exceptions, of course, but let's keep going. Now, here are the new E2 guitars. What do we have here? Of course, ESP E2 made in Japan. They're their new standard series guitars. Before it used to be called ESP Standard. Then they moved it to or changed it to LTD Elite, which a lot of people hated. I did too. Now you got the E2. So now E2 is their standard flagship models. Now we got, of course, their Eclipses for this year. Their full thickness, I guess the body is much more thicker, like a traditional not single coil, but single cut guitar, like a Gibson, right? They're thick. Um, Similar design to this, but with the playability and awesomeness of ESP. This one looks like it has, of course, that insane tobacco sunburst finish. Uh, I don't see stainless steel frets on these. That might be a problem because if the LTDs have stainless steel frets, these should have them. Of course, it should be a priority. Um, I'll get into that issue later on. Let's see. The tobacco has a Fishman Fluence open core classic pickups, and the Honeyburst has Seymour Duncan 59 and a JB. Push pull controls for some single coil split pickup action. Satin finish on both guitars, and Goto locking tuners. Honestly, I've other than different pickups and different finishes, they're exactly the same as any other year. Now we get to again more eclipses in a different finish. This is similar to that purple and red sparkle finish they did for this eclipse with the same pickups, EMG 5766s. Again, for this year, I do not see stainless steel frets. Now this one, that's a pretty cool color, just like the other one, reindeer blue. Similar pickups, EMGs, 57, this one has an 81 and an 85. But other than that, they're pretty much identical other than pickup configuration and finishes. I still don't see stainless steel frets. Now we got these, their Explorer type shape of guitars, new for this year. New. I'll explain why. Um, so both of them have EMG 8185s, one black and one in white, snow white. 22 extra jumbo frets, but there's no stainless steel frets. Goto, bridge, and tailpiece for both. Dunlop strap buttons. Yeah. So if you guys may have not noticed or may have, there have been similar E2 Explorer type guitars in the past. Japan has their own E2 lineup, not as big as what's being released for the US, but these are not exactly new. I've seen these float around eBay or Reverb every now and then, of the same shape, and of course the E2 logo. These aren't exactly new. This is something that's been done in the past. Again, their FRX series guitar in satin black, similar config, if not identical to what was released in previous years. Still no stainless steel frets. Original Floyd Rose 81, 85 EMGs. 81 and a 60. Coil split. Nothing new. I know it sounds like I'm kind of hating on these in a bit. I'm just being critical. Like, I love ESP and whatnot. They make good guitars, but they're just lacking in the E2 lineup. There's just no love or anything like this. Horizons, again, we've seen this guitar before. Similar configuration with pickups. Just the only thing that really changes is their finishes. This one's in black sunburst. This one has a J Bean, a Jazz, Seymour Duncan Jazz, and a custom 5 on the bridge. Push pull for single coil tones. No stainless steel frets. It'll be a real shame if they don't add any for their E2 lineup, when the E2 lineup of guitars should be the one that gets paid attention the most. I know they're the affordable version of their guitars or lineup of guitars are a priority, but that should not mean the E2s should be, at the bottom, paid less attention to as far as quality and detail. The Horizon series, I mean, that's a nice finish, but nothing new. 81, EMGs, 57 and a 66. Original Floyd Rose. This one's in Tiger Eye Sunburst. They look nice. The same one, just without a Floyd. NT meaning no trem. Now we get to something a little more interesting. Their 7-string with a Evertune bridge, Horizon model. No, sorry, M2. This is their M2 lineups. And it's a baritone 27 scale length. Fishman, these are Fishman Fluence modern pickups. Other than the bridge being different and the finish and the pickups, this guitar is pretty much the similar, if not the same, as the one they did last year or two with the purple sparkle finish. Again, nothing new, just different. The biggest upgrade was the bridge and maybe extending the scale length. Other than that, no stainless steel frets. Same thing in white, pro white, no stainless steel frets. I like this one. It's very straight up. The candy apple red. It's a pretty cool finish. Satin finish. EMG 81. Again, no stainless steel frets. I know I keep saying that a lot because for a guitar at this price range and being made in Japan, shouldn't it have it regardless? Where LTD are obviously imported just like the E2s, but in Japan where they have higher standards, pay more attention to, coming from the custom shop factory. That it's concerning. The Snapper series, this is cool. They started using bare knuckle pickups, but again, nothing new, exciting. I'm personally a bit disappointed with this E2 lineup. Maybe they'll add more E2s throughout the year. I don't know too well. It says here that there's still more to come, but I'm pretty sure it's the USA models and the exhibition and original series. But other than that, nothing too crazy. But something cool did come out. And of course, I'm a big Metallica and Kirk Hammett fan, and they're bringing back their KH3 Spider. And this is a guitar, maybe if you listen to them or seen videos in the 90s where the Black Album came out, I think this is around the time where he started using this guitar. Pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. They are making an ESP, of course, and an LTD version. So if you don't got money for the big crazy version, you can get the LTD one. Now, let's check this out. The frets are scalloped from the 17th and the 24th fret on the ESP version. Okay, very cool. Extra fast, extra thin U neck, pretty cool. This one has Kirk Hammett's bare knuckle, not bare knuckle, but bone breaker. Yes, that's what it's called. Give me 1 second. Yeah, bone breaker pickups, EMG, the eclipse shape, and the headstock's kind of weird, but yeah, it's fine. I like the inlays. The spider inlays are cool. Then you got the classic skull ones. Now let's check out the LTD version. Okay, $1,300, pretty not bad. I think the Ouija one might be a little bit more if you were to buy it direct. Well, before they sold out and stopped making them, but this is cool. Look, I'm already seeing that for the LTD version, the frets are also scalloped from the 17th to the 24th. For an LTD, having scalloped frets is insane. That's some like ESP custom shop stuff, or maybe like Edwards guitars. You'd see those on the Alexi versions. LTD doesn't really do this. Rarely do they do this and add 27 like frets to their guitars. But yeah, in my opinion, this is probably the only cool thing I liked out of this phase. Even though this came out afterwards. Let's go back to the ESP version. Of course, it's going to be like 4 or 5 grand. Yeah, see? And similar specs is, of course, being made at the custom shop. And 24.25 inch. Extra 4 jumbo frets. Extra jumbo. Case included, everything. Very cool. I like this a lot. Can't say much for the E2 lineup. But yeah, my overall opinions about this is that they need to pay more attention to the E2 guitars. I've seen the same guitar, just different pickups, different finishes. Maybe do different stuff with Aero guitars. 7-string Aero guitars would be pretty cool and a crazy finish. That's personally my favorite shape from ESP. I mean, this is stuff we've seen before, but just modified slightly differently in finishes and hardware, electronics. It's just specifically pickups. But I mean, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Which one was your favorite? I like the Kirk Hammett Spider guitar a lot more. Not just for being a fan of the band and the guitars, but they're just more interesting, even though it's a reissue or whatever. But yeah. If you guys enjoy this, leave a like, please subscribe. It would definitely mean a lot. And yeah, let's talk about this in the comments. Like, what do you guys think about the E2s? Again, personally, they could have done more. But yeah, take it easy.